Yeah, I barely beat the hard rain, man. I guess I was sitting there looking at the sky at the hard rain coming. You hear that? Look, hear that thunder, thunder and the lightning. It's good though. We need it. You know, for the plants and stuff and animals need it. I seen some birds taking a bird bath in a puddle of water today, and I thought that was so cool. How they shake off all the water real quick, and I thought, man, that takes a lot of energy, man, to whip your body around like that. It's the things I think about when I see things. Uh, if you want to see this, go watch ducks. Ducks, when they congregate in large places together, you know, you'll see them getting or by water mostly, and then you'll see them do this. They'll duck their body under the water, then they'll shake it off. It's pretty awesome. But what's crazy, man? I heard from my cousin. There's a rumor going around that ISIS, Siyasa, that's CIA in the middle of ISIS. It's a C on the front and an A on the end, and to spell it, ISIS in the middle, but the C's in the front, the A's on the end. Siyasa is fitting to hit the mall in Flint. Are you fucking kidding me, man? They gotta be kidding me. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be fucking kidding me. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, there is a lot of people downstate, man, like in Detroit. I heard they got a zone where you can't even go in it. There's a no cross the line zone like they got over in Puerto Rico, where you can't cross the line without the gang's approval, basically. Supposedly there's Islamicist centers in Michigan, in Dearborn. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know if that's just hype and lies. I mean, someone spread a damn rumor on the internet, on Facebook, that there was Ebola in the Flint River. I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? This isn't helping the cause, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, are those PSYOPs officers that are making up these rumors, or is this is this part of the op? Is that you make up all these rumors that never come true, so people stop paying attention to the rumors when the real thing's going down? I mean, could be part of this. This could be part of the okey doke. This could be part of the exercise. Because, dude, they are playing. Listen, if you're speaking on true things, someone is playing games with your mind somewhere. They're gaming you from angles. I mean, at least I'm aware of their gaming me, and it's part of the game itself. Is that, well, I guess they, leave you alone to an extent. You know what I'm saying? They just sit far from back and, like, monitor your results, like your stress rate and shit, and they learn how to mess with people's minds, you know what I'm saying, and manipulate them, you know what I'm saying, through just clever psychology trickery. Through moral relativism, they trick you, you know what I'm saying, because they masquerade as regular people, but they're really like cold-blooded, reptilian-brained, sociopathic, psychopathic individuals capable of any old ill, man. It's, it's quite sickening when you, if you get a little view into the mind of a Joseph Mengele type, you know what I'm saying, or a Hitler type, or you take your pick, man. There's plenty of we got plenty of examples, you know what I'm saying, and parables against these types throughout all of history. They're in all kinds of archetypes and stories, but there's real life characters. It's kind of like Animal Farm. That's a great example of where you want to talk bad about the system and the kings and the Pharaoh's court, but you can't, so you describe them as animals instead of Pharaoh and Pharaoh's court, his magician and his priest and his astrologers and his warriors and all his wise men. You know what I'm saying? Because if you talked bad about them, you might end up getting fed to the crocodiles, basically. But if you can do it craftily enough, they'll let you slide, because it's like they get to learn from it, but the regular public is too dumb to figure it out, because they've only had a one-dimensional educationing. They haven't been taught the fourfold. You know what I'm saying? What they tell us, how to manage us, and then what they believe. You know what I'm saying? And then how to manipulate the whole thing. So they're given a fourfold educationing and deception. You just read the Prince, Machiavelli. They're all taught this behind closed doors and in sheltered, closed circles. How to be the rulership, how to be sociopaths, basically. if you got a bloodline connection, that you need your training. You need to be deadened to feelings and emotions, and you got to be able to make those decisions: who dies and who lives. I mean, basically, that's what they teach, but they don't teach it by in a standard of morality. They just teach it for self-serving motives. You know what I'm saying? An agenda. I mean, even though it maybe looking at it as a whole, you won't see it because it's a big agenda. So there's a lot of incrementalism in it. So they might train people for a good reason, but then they'll use it overall for some kind of great evil. You know what I'm saying? It's just they got all their little operatives making small contributions to the great evil. And whenever they trick any of us into doing these things, because everyone's capable of being tricked into putting in a little work for them too. You know what I'm saying? So just part of that comes by, just being humble enough that if you can't humble yourself enough to realize that you can be fooled, well, you probably already are fooled. Everyone who's wise at all understands they've been fooled before. And when they thought they were wise, they realized they became a fool. You know what I'm saying? So, and in all actuality, it's like this: let every man be a liar, and let God be the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, it's out here. The bits and pieces and the clues, it's out here. If you just, if you're paying attention and looking, I mean, you ain't even got to look. All you got to do is be ready to perceive, and things will just unfold and you can perceive them. But I guess, looking too hard is more of a hindrance than it helps, but not looking at all is being, there's moon coming between the clouds. Not looking at all is being complacent, and you're actually just as bad as a collaborator. Like I said, level 1, you got to make people acknowledge these things. And then if they deny, and they still wish to deny after you made them acknowledge them, well, you can rest your case. You can depart from them. You'd be like, man, you could turn into Mr. Anderson or the Mr. Smith, Agent Smith on me. So I got to keep my distance from your type. You know what I'm saying? So, but you just got to make acknowledgement. You show them something that you can prove, and you can make them acknowledge it. Or either that, or you can let them become willingly ignorant, and then you can see who they really, just willingly ignorant. What an oxymoron, but people can get there, yeah, dude, listen, to take a bribe and look the other way for reward is really another definition of willingly ignorant. But like I said, when you won't acknowledge something that is the truth, then you're complacent. So you're kind of guilty by compliance, and you're not guilty for anything but compliance. Because sometimes when an evil act, if non-compliance, anything but non-compliance is evil. You know what I'm saying? So if you know of an evil agenda and you comply with it, you say, I'm not going to get involved. You know what I'm saying? Well, you're complying, and you're actually part of the problem as well. But we all have these areas in our life where they trick us into contributing to the bad agenda. But you just do it most of us do it unknowingly. But there's a point where people can tell you, but then you got to give them some soak time, let it sink in, let them grow and develop into the knowledge of the truth. You know what I'm saying? So they can make better decisions, and then they can even be taught more once they've learned in the smaller things. You know what I'm saying? This is a big puzzle. It's not like, it's just like sky watching. You can't learn it in a day, but give it some time, you will learn. You know what I'm saying? Different techniques, you will know things. So, same thing, soak time. But you got to make people acknowledge things, that there's no more hiding, no more covering up. You know what I'm saying?